I don't know if that answers your question, but
Not really.
That's the most.
Let's try it again. Is that your testimony?
Yes.
You had forgotten. You remembered Matt and you remembered Carrie, but you had forgotten the others that you had just contacted maybe 30 minutes before. At that time or after, did my client even approach you? Did she, in that clip?
She did.
What?
I answer the questions I'm asked.
At 6 a.m. when Karen found John, you heard about the scene. It was described in detail. It was chaos. To use Mr. Brennan's word in his opening statement, it was bedlam. That was never disclosed to us. And I think Mr. Brennan used this phrase not long ago, that would have been nice to know. Where's the judge's signature? You don't get in trouble or get spanked, you get slapped, you get fined. But that's not at all what you told Trooper Proctor on February 8th, just 10 days after this incident, is it?
I don't recall what I told Trooper Proctor.
I thought your memory got better with time. Get over it. Well?
Maybe some of the words that I use may be different, and I don't remember on specific days. I've been questioned many times, but the answers are always going to be the same. The wording may be different.
You done? Finished? Is that answer?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Nobody ever threatened you with perjury, did they?
Oh, they did, yes.
That's it.
I contacted the FBI regarding it.
Oh, did you?
I did.
You have a report? That's a mouthful.
Yes.
My question is, do you have a report from the FBI saying that you reported that someone on the Jeremy defense team threatened to charge you, your words, with perjury? You have a report to that effect?
No.
No. And your entire job revolves around what you say on that witness stand. That's what you said, correct?
I don't know if that answers your question, but
Not really.
That's the most.
Would an expert shade the truth? You don't have to look any further than Shannon Burgess's CV to answer that question. That was a shame. Get over it. Well? That's what you just said, Officer Dever, correct? The Commonwealth, at the end of the day, has presented their best case. They've done their best. Some would say they've done their worst. You were asked by Mr. Brennan, give me one name, very dramatically. You were asked, give me one name. Remember that? Get over it. Well, that question?
Yes.
How about the name Judson Welcher? How about that name?
I answer the questions I'm asked.
Two things stand out about that speech. Mr. Brennan literally just said, I didn't elicit any information about dog bites. I just asked about her experience. Question by Mr. Brennan.
That's not what I said. That is
Excuse me.
No, I'm not going to.
So I heard what Mr. Brennan said. You don't need to tell me what Mr. Brennan said, but go ahead to your argument.
How about if I quote his words? How about that?
Technically.
Technically?
Yes,
It's like being a
technically.
little bit pregnant, Ms. Roberts.
I answer the questions I'm asked.
Correct?
Yes.
Who charges people with crimes?
If a crime is committed, there can be a report of it.
Who
So,
charges people with crimes?
in the end,
I don't know if that answers your question, but
Not really. Get over it. Well, would an expert shade the truth? You don't have to look any further than Shannon Burgess's CV to answer that question. That was a shame. With her on purpose, then turned around and 3 days later said, and by the way, the defense should be disallowed from using Dr. Lapasada to talk about the very dog bite wounds that I asked Dr. Russell about. That cannot stand as a scorecard. You didn't know if they were asleep. All you knew was there was a severely injured man on the front lawn of their house, and your sister didn't answer the phone, not once, but twice, correct?
Correct, she didn't answer the phone.
Did you think your sister might have been in peril? Did you think to go inside the house and check that they're okay?
I had no reason to think that they weren't okay.
You had no reason to believe they weren't okay. A man was dead or dying on their lawn, and your sister's not answering the phone.
that's not a yes or a no answer.
Well, yes, it actually is, Ms. Dever.
There's nothing nefarious. I remembered who I called. I didn't go back and look at phone records.
I didn't say it was nefarious. Why would you use the word nefarious?
I don't know if that answers your question, but
Not
that's,
really. And by the way, if someone does tell you Google hypothermia, why would you Google how long it takes to die in cold? Wouldn't you just Google hypothermia?
I answer the questions I'm asked.
Understood the question.
And you misunderstood that question?
Yes.
What
I
did you
did.
misunderstand about that question?
I didn't know it was that you heard, so I was explaining what happened in the back of the car.
I see. So you just ignored the part, literally, the part of the question where he said, what did you hear her say? Higgins spent a quote, wildly long time, as she described. These are all incredible details to tell law enforcement.
I don't know if that answers your question, but
Not
that's,
really.
that's the most.
I answer the questions I'm asked.
That test does not represent the theory of the Commonwealth's case. Really? Then why was Dr. Welcher playing dress up in John O'Keefe's clothes? Well,
So no.
might have been a
I
good
disagree.
idea to sit Mr. Albert down and say, there, you're shaking your head again. I'm not done with my question. Might have been a good idea, Mr. Gallagher, since you happen to be there, no sweat off your brow, to sit Mr. Albert down and say, by the way, I got a pen and paper. Who was here last night, just before John O'Keefe was found dead on your lawn? Who was here? Might have been a good idea, correct? So, you ever seen a defense attorney charge someone with a crime, ma'am?
I'll never forget it.
You wouldn't overlook that.
I will never forget it.
You would not overlook that either, would you, Ms. McCabe?
I answer the questions I'm asked.
Can you answer the question that I just asked? You're not answering my question. Get over it. Well, how is that possible? It's not possible. The only way it's possible is if those shards never touched his arm. Because it was a dog.
Over. So yes, you can get in trouble.
You're talking about lying in an affidavit, sir.
I'm talking about misleading.
Correct.
I would have to twist circumstances to have the right to search Brian Albert's house. We had no reason, and there's been no reason since.
How about this? How about this? There's a dead guy on the lawn that looked like he potentially could have been in a physical altercation. How about that? The Commonwealth has continued along that same line, and I want to bring something to the court's attention specifically. Last night, we pulled the tape, and she darn sure didn't see the car go in reverse at a high speed and strike a pedestrian. You want to be here tonight?
I have no relation to this case,
I
so
didn't ask you that. I asked you if you want to be here tonight.
I answer the questions I'm asked.
I don't know if that answers your question, but
Not
that's,
Hey there, thanks for stopping in. We hope you will join us again. We all look forward to next time. We get to talk about true crime.